So we're going to start the video off by showing you the clip of when Ryan Garcia stopped Isaac Duarte in round number 8. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe. It was a short left hook here, as you can see, round number 8 at the 32 seconds or so left in the fight. Ryan Garcia was on I guess you can't say bike because he's a king, right? So he was on his chariot the last couple of rounds, really moving a lot, actually listening to his trainer, Derek James, when he said, hey, you got to use your legs, because Duarte started catching up to him. Now, you can't say Duarte was really effective the first half of the fight, but the second half, the last couple of rounds, he was connecting with some body shots and the left hook, especially doubling to the body and up top, because Ryan Garcia had this bullshit shoulder roll. Anyway, here's the knockout. And then we're going to look at the stoppage or the count and let me know if you think it was early or not. So here it is right here. He's coming in.
Something big.
That was a quick one right there. That's what really caught him.
Land something big.
Hey, Chris. Oh, nice.
Look, he did a little break dance right there. He was never the same after that. Ryan
Chris,
Garcia.
nice left hand there from.
Now he's in the corner. As you can see, he's done. He's not the same. Now, of course, I can't play this all the way through because it belongs to the zone. And they like to give out illegal copyrights like it's candy. But basically, this is when the fight ended right here. Look, did a little break dance right there, too. Did a little dance. It's going to go down. Now, let's fast forward here. Now, you're going to see. Now, I always said this. You need to be up by that 8, because anything after 8, the ref is going to be like, all right, listen, that's it. You're done. Now, when you try to get up at 9 and 9.5, it's like, what are you doing? I'll never forget Malik Scott did that bullshit. Pissed me off. But look, he's counting. Let's turn it up. Look, now he's in his face. The ref is like dead in his face. Dead in his face. So which makes me think that he didn't want to get up. Look, that's 9.5. What were you thinking, Duarte? Then you look away. What were you thinking? What was he thinking? And look, he got the fucking 3D joints. Like, they dead in his fucking face. Like, you know? Like, what are you thinking? Like, what was he thinking? And then you're going to protest. He didn't want to get up. So if you don't know, Ryan Garcia, I wasn't available to cover the weigh-in or the post-fight or the pre-fight fight week press conference. Is Ryan Garcia has been having some issues with his team. Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya, and Bernard Hopkins. And he was trading words. And in fact, before we listen to Ryan Garcia's post-fight interview, let's go watch the clip before we talk about what's possibly next for Ryan Garcia. Take your time out. Like the video, subscribe. I'm TstreeT Controversy with Fight View 360. So this clip is from Thursday at the final press conference during the week. Very heated press conference. And if you don't know, Ryan Garcia is trying to get out of his contract with Golden Boy Promotions. Me personally, I think they should just let him go, especially with, you don't want this type of stuff going on during a fight week. Because everybody loses. The promoter, the fighter, you want your fighter to have a clear head. But it's 2 minutes long. Listen in. Apologies if I can't show the video. Normally I would, but I don't, even though it's fair use, I can use it. I don't trust Golden Boy Promotions. Between them and the zone, they for some reason, they think they're above copyright or fair use. And despite hundreds, thousands of YouTubers covering multi-billion-dollar properties like Marvel, DC, NBA, NFL, for some reason, and showing clips and videos, for some reason, boxing thinks that they're exempt. It pisses me the fuck off. Especially when we're covering this sport.
Credibility. But one thing about boxing, and I close with this, it will call your bluff.
Ryan Garcia. Ryan.
Man, a couple things that I want to touch. One thing that's been on my heart is the statements that Bernard made, where he'll decide if I'm going to finish or if I should continue boxing after this fight. He don't decide that. My coach does, my team does, everybody that, grinds with me day in and day out, that's who decides, and ultimately God decides, not him. Nobody was telling him when to stop boxing. He stopped boxing at 45, so kudos to him, but he don't determine that. And another thing I want to touch on is, Oscar saying that, we misinterpret, what they say. It's plain English. I didn't hear anybody speaking any language I don't know. So, it's very clear to me that, they're backing this guy to beat me just like they thought Duno was going to beat me. He was the next Filipino star. They saying he's the next Mexican star. And, he also said that, he calls out on the bullshit, the lies. Man, last time I checked, he said he never lose to a white boy, and then Joe Smith Jr. knocked him out of the ring. Last time I checked, Joe Smith Jr. was white. So, they be lying. So at the end of the day, I'll come to show what I bring, and I'm laser focused, and that's where this confidence comes from. Thank God for everything, and all praise to the Most High, Jesus Christ. Thank you.
Yes.
By the way, news had came out that Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins were pretty much asked to stay away from the locker room during fight night with Ryan Garcia. Let's go listen to the post-fight interview from Ryan Garcia. Let's see, where is it at? Where are we at? Let's go listen to what he had to say. He didn't throw any shots or anything. He actually calls out Rolly Romero, which is going to be an entertaining fight, because, and the build-up, because Rolly Romero was hilarious. Also, Teofimo Lopez revealed last week at Benavidez versus Andrade, he was there at the fight, that he had turned down $1.5 million to fight Ryan Garcia in February. And I can kind of understand that. We don't know if it was $1.5 million flat with pay-per-view points, or even if it was going to be pay-per-view, but he turned it down. I think that, fighting with Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia, I'm not really into them. I don't want to talk too much about money, but I think that 1.5, it just seems a little low for me. That's just, me saying that. Let's go listen to the post-fight interview.
You get up, right? It's smart to take.
Performance.
Yeah, man, it was a great performance, but
Get back on track. You pick up another knockout, but this was a tough fight. How'd you feel about your performance?
yeah, man, it was a great performance, but, I just want to give honor to God, give him the glory. Man. I fought hard to find myself again, and, I did a lot of soul searching. I just wanted to thank him for showing me the truth of me as a person, as a fighter, and just in my relationships, the environments I was in. I want to thank him. I want that, everybody in this arena to seek Jesus Christ, and you'll find that too.
You knew that Oscar Duarte was a pressure fighter. You knew how he was going to fight. What was he showing you in the early rounds of this fight?
He was a strong fighter. He took a good punch, and, he's a Mexican fighter like me. You're tough, man. I hit him with some hard shots, and he just kept coming, and it was tough. It was very tough, but I started using my legs. Derek was like, man, start using your legs a little bit. It's going to open up the shot, and it literally did that.
Yeah, walk us through the finish there. What were you landing with, and what were you seeing?
I have a killer instinct. I don't even, sometimes when I hurt somebody that bad, I just be cracking them. But I just, it's pretty basic technique. Jab, sit back, he reaches, and I catch him with a counter hook.
We saw you in the fourth round sort of make a tactical change. You kind of stood in the middle more, did a little bit of a half shoulder roll there. It looked like maybe you might have been protecting that right side there. What was the thinking there?
I just had to slow his momentum down. He was building momentum, and I was like, man,
He doesn't answer the question.
I'm going to just take it to him, let him throw off some steam, catch him when I can, and then I'll start using my legs again, and then hopefully that softens him up. So that's what I did.
First fight with Derek James in your corner. What was the influence there? How do you think that went?
Oh, man, it's our first fight. Shout out Derek James, Dallas, baby. He's in the house, baby. Man, Derek, we worked hard. It's our first fight together. We're going to build off this, and we're just going to get better. That's I told you, I'm committing to becoming a world champion. If Rollies wants that, bring it on, Rollies. I know you talk a lot. Let's get that going, Rollies. where you at? You know, you got beat up by that old dude. We know what happened. Don't be trying to fake it.
This has been a challenging week for you for a lot of different reasons. How much was everything going on outside the ring influencing your focus getting in?
It just comes with the territory, you know. I'm a person about, you know, moving forward, just, you know, having a kind heart, showing, you know, forgiveness. So I just keep it like that. I want to show positivity in this world. You know, I said what I said, but I have no hard feelings towards nobody. I just hope the truth prevails, and that's it.
All right, so you're still the money guy in this 140-pound division. Now, you mentioned Rolly Romero, who is the WBA title holder. Is that the fight that you want next?
Yeah, let's keep building, and then we could go after Devin Haney and all the other dudes, Teofimo. But, you know, we got to take our steps, build with Derek James, my first fight, and we go from there.
Congratulations, Ryan.
Thank you.
Guys?
So, from my understanding, by the way, if I was to rate this card, scale of 1 to 10, stoppage on all the cards, Austin Schofield, he's on my radar. I'm not there yet. I've covered like 1,000-something fights, man. I'm just not there yet. I'm not easily impressed, you know, as I used to be. I'm kind of bitter and jaded. So it's like I got to give like a few more fights before I be like, all right, I like this kid. Not yet. You know, it's just a bunch of razzle dazzle now. You know, not yet. I'm not there yet. Shane Mosley Jr. is getting better. To rate this card on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 6.5. Ryan Garcia's bullshit shoulder roll was pissing me off. Him kept turning his back was pissing me off. The referee showing some bias, what I felt, my opinion, some bias towards Ryan Garcia. Every time Ryan Garcia would complain about something, the ref would go to Duarte and be like, hey, you know, whatever the case may be. Ryan Garcia is fast. This fight was at 143 pounds, which makes no sense to me. It is interesting what Chris Mannix brought up about how maybe Ryan Garcia was turning that certain way, turning, you know, his back to protect that right side from body shots. You think he got a tender belly? He didn't look like he was hurt or buzzed by any of the shots that Duarte hit him with, even though, you know, he was hitting him with somewhat of clean shots. I still have faith in Ryan Garcia, but he has a reputation now for being hard-headed. What is it? 3 trainers in 3 years? Eddie Reynoso Canelo said he don't listen. Joe Goosen hinted at he don't listen. At one point in time, until he started moving around, it was looking like he wasn't listening to Derek James. So he's got a reputation for being hard-headed. Now, who does he fight next? See, O'Hara Davies got to fight Ismael Barroso. He's now signed with Golden Boy Promotions. We don't know what's going on with O'Hara Davies' visa issues. If it's still with the MTK scandal that he can't travel, he's got to get that cleared up. Ismael Barroso is the old man who a lot of people thought gave Rolly Romero a run for his money. Rolly Romero has been injured for God knows. How long has Rolly been out? How long have you been out, Rolando? No, that was since this May. Damn, it felt like that was forever ago. I felt like that was so long ago. This was in May. Well, yeah, a lot of people felt that stoppage was early. I would pick Ryan Garcia to beat Rolly. The build-up would be good. Sabril Matias, right now, he is a fucking beast. Teofimo Lopez, we don't know what he's doing next. And, of course, Regis Prograis taking on Devin Haney next week on the Zone pay-per-view, a pay-per-view that's going to flop to smithereens. I'm buying it, though. I'm a degenerate. We're going to be here watching it. I actually like the card. Liam Perro, Montana Love. Of course, the main event. Ebony Bridges is on that joint. It's another fight I forgot. What's the other one? What's the fourth one? I forgot. What else did we miss? Did we miss anything? I feel like I'm missing something. What did I not bring up? We don't know what Tank Davis is doing. He's now going to get that email very soon to be the full champion for the WBA at 135 pounds. Now that Devin Haney has officially vacated his belt and moved up, Kambosos and Loma will likely fight for the IBF, or will it be the WBO? Now they're all vacant. I can see Dennis Baranchek and maybe Isaac Cruz fighting for the IBF and Loma Kambosos for the WBO. But then it's going to have to be the IBF because Kambosos is ranked number 2. I was saying the WBO because, the WBO and Top Rank's been in cahoots for a long ass time. And the WBO loved him some Loma. Shakur Stevenson looked like shit. You know what happened? I tell you what was happening with that fight? I fell asleep. I was going to watch it, and then I fell asleep. And I'm hearing it was a blessing when he fought Edwin De Los Santos. Fell asleep, and I'm guessing I made a good decision. What else? I feel like I'm missing something, man. I guess that's it. Shout out to Ryan Garcia. Nice, solid win over Oscar Duarte. I'm hoping that him and Golden Boy figure that shit out. It's looking like his lawyer may be his manager may be kind of dodgy. Oh no, I've been hearing, I don't know too much, but I've been hearing like dude's kind of dodgy. There is this guy, the WBA president, Gilberto Mendoza, who just so happens made a new division because they had to get rid of their other belts. So they said, fuck it, let's make a whole new division. The WBA just makes me so fucking sick. Like, ew, I hate that organization. And hate is a strong word. I can't stand that shitty organization, WBA. You make me sick. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe. I'm TstreeT Controversy with Fight View 360.